consume.
Thank you very much to the gentleman from Utah for yielding me the time. And Mr. Speaker, President Biden is the first president in history to flat out refuse to take a cognitive health test. Given all of his memory issues frequently and clearly displayed in his public remarks, the least that he could do is prove to the American people that he is fit to serve as the leader of the free world and take a cognitive health and acuity test as part of his annual physical. Now, let's just give you a few examples of the president's recent memory issues. On February 8th, President Biden publicly confused the president of Egypt with the president of Mexico when he was discussing Israel aid in a press conference in a very embarrassing moment. At a recent public event, he recalled talking to President of France, Francois Mitterrand, at a G7 meeting in 2021. Well, here's the only problem. Mitterrand died in 1996. A week ago, as President Biden was urging Congress to pass foreign aid, he appeared to forget the name of the terror group Hamas. Well, they were responsible for the egregious murders in terrorist rampage of the October 7th attacks on one of our greatest allies in the world, Israel. Similarly, in June 2023, President Biden said that President Putin was clearly losing the war in Iraq. Clearly, the president was stuck in his time in the Senate, not Ukraine. These are scary mixed signals that you send around the world when those clips go viral. And one of the most painful examples, while giving remarks at the White House, he publicly asked if the late Congresswoman Jackie Walorski was in attendance only a month after she was tragically killed in a car wreck. The DOJ's issued a damning report based on their interview with President Biden, saying that he presented a, quote, a sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory, unquote, who, quote, did not remember when he was vice president or when his son Beau died. I could sit here all night and list example after example of the president's mental decline that's been on display for the American people, but I'm not going to do that to my colleagues. It's simple. The President of the United States must be able to portray strength on the world stage. He must be able to lead our nation through whatever challenges that the future holds. I'm discouraged by what I've seen from the president recently, and honestly sad that his handlers have convinced him that he should run for another 4-year term. We know that President Biden is not the one steering the ship in the White House right now. This is not about personal attacks or political agendas. It's about the integrity of our democracy and the stability and the strength of our nation. We owe it to the American people to ensure that their leader is capable of fulfilling the duties of the office with competence and the utmost clarity. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.